After the overwhelming response on my last video about WhatsApp AI agents, I'm back with yet another one, and this time we will be using WhatsApp's API directly and we won't be using any third-party apps. And this time we will be building an appointment booking AI agent which is capable of checking the calendar, looking for the available slots, booking in or even suggesting alternative slots, and answering frequently asked questions, and if needed, it can also escalate the issue to the team. So let me initiate the chat here. Alright, so it's saying, hey, I'm Eva, the AI assistant from Bright Smile Dental Clinic. How can I assist you today? So let me ask it, when does the clinic open? Alright, so it's open Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So let me tell it I would like to book an appointment. Now it's asking me what type of appointment would you like to book. So let's go with the routine checkup. Next up, the date. So let's go with tomorrow. Okay, now it's asking me what time would you prefer. Let's go with 5 p.m. So now it's telling me that 5 p.m. tomorrow is not available, which is correct. In my calendar, that slot is actually booked. And now it's offering me alternative times tomorrow. So 6 p.m., 6:30. So let's do 6. Okay, now it's asking for the name. Now the final confirmation, so please confirm the details, appointment type, routine checkup, date, time, clinic. Also, is this the best phone number to reach you on? And this number is the one I'm messaging from. So let's say yes, that looks good. Alright, appointment confirmed. Great, thank you. So here it's saying the booking is all set. Now let's go to my calendar and let's see whether or not it made a booking. So here's the demo calendar that I used, and as you can see, the 5 p.m. slot that I requested initially was already booked, and hence it went ahead with the 6 p.m. slot. And as you can see, all the required details have been added to the description of the event. Now, I have taken Google Calendar as an example because it is generally used by most people, but this is not limited to just Google Calendar. It can easily connect with any CRM, any appointment booking software. It can even connect with Calendly, Cal.com, any other service that you're using. Now let's do one quick test where I ask it to escalate my issue to a team member. And after that, I'm going to show you exactly how you can build this WhatsApp AI agent step by step. And that too without coding. Alright, so a fresh chat, and this time let me act as a rude customer. So let me say, I am highly disappointed with your service. I need my money back. Now let's see how it handles this situation. Okay, so it's saying, I'm sorry about this. I'll have our team look into your refund request right away. What's your name? Alright, so now it's saying that it has shared it with our team and someone will reach out shortly. So now let's check if this was actually added to the record. And yes, indeed, it was added to the record, as you can see on the screen. Again, I'm using Google Sheets just for simplicity. Now it's up to you how you want your team members to know about the issue. It could be a Zendesk ticket, it could be an email, an SMS, even a Slack message, anywhere where your team members can easily access it and then respond back immediately. So to set this WhatsApp AI agent up, we're going to create this simple N8N automation which would be connected to WhatsApp's API. It is going to have all of these tools: book appointment, check availability, create ticket. You can obviously add more, and you can use your favorite chat mod. Even if you have never done anything like this before, if you watch this video till the very end and follow step by step, you will get it up and running. And yes, before we get started, a quick introduction about myself. My name is Yashica Jain. I'm the founder of Automates AI. We help develop custom AI systems for businesses that help them save time, money, as well as efforts. So if you're interested, you can check out the link to our website, which is in the description, and you can go ahead and book a call with us. And if you're interested in the no-code AI space, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Alright, so now let's get into it. So the first thing that you have to do is head over to developers.facebook.com. This is a very essential step for getting access to WhatsApp's API. I'll also share the link to this page in the description so that it's easier. And then all you have to do is click on the Get Started button here and connect your existing Facebook account. It could be your business's Facebook account or your personal one, but I would suggest you go with the business's Facebook account. Since I already have an account, I'm going to click on My Apps, and that should take me right here. Now, regardless of if you had an account before or not, all you have to do is create an app. So just look for the option to create app, give your app a name, Then for the use cases, I want you to select the last one, which is connect with customers through WhatsApp. Then we have to choose a business portfolio. If you don't have one, just create one. It's going to ask for your business's name, website, a couple more details, and that's it. I already have it, so I'm just going to choose it. We don't have to do anything here. Then simply re-enter your password and create the app. Alright, so we're in. Now just head over to use cases again and let's customize it. You can either click on start using the API or you can directly go to the AI setup. And right here under phone numbers, you will spot that WhatsApp has assigned a test number to you. As you can see, test phone numbers allow you to send free messages for 90 days. After that, you have to add your own number and obviously pay for the messages. I will show you how you can add your own number. For now, let's just proceed with this. After that, click on 2 and then click on manage phone number list and just add the number that you're going to use for testing. So this is the number from which you're going to send the messages to the test number and, test the AI agent. It could be any number, any existing number. It's just going to ask for an OTP verification, which you can do, and then simply select it. So just scroll up and click on generate access token. Just confirm yourself, select opt-in to all current and future WhatsApp accounts and save that. Now you can scroll down and click on send message. Okay, that was a success. Now I want you to check your WhatsApp and see if you got a message on this number, the 2 number you had added. And it should be coming from the test number that was assigned to you. If you got it, great. Let's move forward. So now we're going to go ahead and set up N8N and then connect N8N to WhatsApp's API. Now there are 2 different ways of setting up N8N. Either you can buy their monthly subscription or you can self-host it on your own machine. The one you're seeing on screen is the self-hosted version. And why most of the people lean towards self-hosting is not only because of cost savings, but also because of data security and privacy. And as the VPS provider, we're going to choose Hostinger, which is also the sponsor for today's video. They provide very affordable VPS plans. They let you deploy N8N in literally 1 click, so even a non-technical person can easily do it. You can create as many workflows as you want, as many automations. You can run them as many times as you want, and even concurrently. You can access the community nodes as well. They come with a 30 days money-back guarantee, and if you ever face any issues, you can contact their support, which is online 24/7. And right here, you can check out their VPS plans. Now, out of these, I would go with the KVM2 plan for self-hosting N8N because if you look at the configurations here, these are more than enough for our N8N instance. It's coming with 2 vCPU cores, 8GB RAM, 100GB NVMe disk space, and 8TB bandwidth. They're giving up to 71% off, and if you go with their 24 months plan, you're gonna get 2 months of free hosting. Now, if you compare this price with N8N's monthly subscription, you will see the difference. I guess this cost is almost 1/4 or 1/5 of that. You can check it out for yourself. So I will link this page in the description below. Don't forget to use my link. Once you're here, just scroll down, head over to KVM2 and click on choose plan. Here you can choose for how long you would like to get the VPS for. Then you can choose if you'd like to get your data backed up every single day. Then make sure that this location is the closest to you and make sure N8N is selected here. Coming to the order summary, so as you can see with the 24 months plan, you're getting 2 extra months and domain name with privacy protection. Now, since you're watching this video, you can use the coupon code Yashica20 to get a flat 20% off on your cart value. It is a limited time offer till the end of March 2026. It can be applied on all hosting services which are of 12 months or above. So if you're going with the 12 months plan or the 24 months plan, you can use this coupon code, which cuts your monthly cost even more. So you'll find the link to the page along with the coupon codes in the description. Don't forget to use them. Alright, so once everything is ready, complete the purchase. And now let me show you how you can deploy N8N in 1 click. So once the purchase is completed, you will land right here. All you have to do is go to the VPS section. There you will see the KVM2 VPS we just now bought. And all you have to do is click on the setup button. Then select the server location which is the closest to you and click on next. Then we have to choose an operating system. So I'm just going to search for N8N and I will select the first option. Let's click on select. Then you have to create a root password which you will use to log in into your VPS. So just create a password and make sure to store it somewhere. Make sure this is checked and click on finish. Okay, so it has been completed and now let's click on manage VPS. And as you can see, our server is live. Let's click on manage app now. And there you go, we can set up our account and get started. So create an account and then you will land directly onto your N8N dashboard. Basically, your self-hosted N8N dashboard. So once you're all set, just click on create workflow, and now let's start from the very beginning. We're gonna search for WhatsApp Business Cloud. And as you can see, they have so many triggers here, but we're gonna go with on messages because we want to be notified or we want to trigger this automation every time a message comes in. So firstly, let's add the credentials. So just click on create new. So we need to fetch the client ID and the client secret. So just go to app settings and then go to basic. From here, copy the app ID and then paste it under the client ID. Then for the client secret, just click on show under app secret. Then copy that and paste it right here. Then save it. If you're seeing connection tested successfully, then that means it is done. Now under webhook URLs, just click on production URL and then click on execute step. Now it has started listening for test event. Then come back to the app and click on configuration. Here you will see that the callback URL has been automatically added by N8N, which is exactly what we want. Then just scroll down, look for messages, and then click on test. And just click on send. Now if you come back to N8N, you will see the output right here, which is exactly what we wanted. So that means that the trigger is working all fine, meaning every time a message comes in on that number, it would trigger the automation. Now we just have to add a filter here. Actually, not even a filter, an if-else condition, which is going to make sure that only the webhook requests that actually have a body attached to them is passed on. In case it does not have a body, which is basically a message, it is not passed on. Because certain times these webhooks would send you multiple requests like sent, delivered, read, and we don't want to capture that. If you capture that, then you will be stuck in a loop and you will be getting endless messages on WhatsApp. So just drag and drop the body and just select exists. So if it exists, then we're going to move forward. If it does not exist, we're just going to leave it as is. Now you might ask, why are we not using the filter? Well, I tried using it, it didn't work, so I'm just going with this. So now if it indeed is working, then we have to send this message that we received on WhatsApp from the customer to the AI agent so that it can prepare a reply based on the prompt we give it. So simply add an AI agent here. For the source for prompt, click on define below. And from the WhatsApp trigger, just drag and drop the body. So this would be basically what the user wrote in the chat. So let's call it the user's input. Alright, so this is how it should look like. And the other thing that we would like to send it is the current date and time. For that, all you have to do is put 2 curly braces and select now. So that is going to be replaced by the current date and time. There's one more thing that I would like to pass is the user's phone number. Because while we're creating these appointments or these tickets, we want to mention the phone number they reached out via. And let's see, where's the phone number? So yeah, it's the from one right here. So you can drag and drop that here. And we can ask it to remove the country code that is not needed. So remove the country code while confirming it back. Okay, now let's just run the if node once. And now if you come back to the AI agent, all of these become green. So let's open this up. So the user's input would be this one. So in this case, this is a text message, which would be later replaced. Then this is the current date and time. And this is the user's phone number. And we're asking it to remove the country code. So that is just the variable information that we are passing. Now it's time to add the system message. The system message is going to be a detailed prompt which is going to tell it how it should take the conversation forward. What to do in certain cases, how to reply, what is the tone, how and when do you call the tools, etc. Now to save time, I have already written the system prompt, which is this one right here. You'll find it in the resources linked in the description. You can copy it from there, you can paste it right here. Now, I want you to use this as the baseline. So I have given you the structure that you have to use. But then your job would be to change the things underneath. For example, you change the name, you change the business information, you can tweak the conversation flow. You can also change the tool calling rules and the guidelines. For example, I have asked it to keep the responses short, clear, and focused. Maybe you like descriptive answers. So that's up to you. Then I've also added some general business information like the hours of operation, location, services, etc. The main part here is going to be the conversational flow. So I have given it certain scenarios. For example, if the user asks a general clinic or business question, then follow this. If the user wants to book an appointment, follow this. If the user wants to change the date, follow this. If the user wants to speak to a human or raise a non-booking query, follow this. So similarly, you can add different scenarios. You can clearly mention the steps for all of them. This is plain English, but if you still want, you can use the help of ChatGPT to help you customize this prompt. Alright, so that is done. Now we're going to add a chat model to it. So it's up to you if you want to use OpenAI, DeepSeek, Claude, even OpenRouter. That's completely up to you. I'm just going to go with OpenAI. So you just have to get your API keys from openai.com, add some credit balance in there, and connect it right here. So let's select 5.2 as the model. There we go. The reason why I'm going with 5.2 is, firstly, right now it is their flagship model. Secondly, it is very human sounding, at least if I compare it to the other models out there. It's completely your choice. Just make sure whichever model you choose has the capability of calling tools. Otherwise, you're going to get an error. Alright, now for the memory, I'm gonna go with simple memory. Now here we have to mention a session ID. So this session ID is going to tell it that, okay, the last message was by the same user, or this message is from a new user, and accordingly it's going to manage the memory of the chat. And I think the best way to do it on WhatsApp is to just use that person's phone number. So if the message is from a particular phone number, regardless of if it was 6 months ago, 2 months ago, it is treated as the same chat that continues. It does not forget what they said, let's say 10 chats before. So for the session ID, we're going to click on define below, and we're just going to use this from number right here. For the context window, I'd say let's go with something like 20, since this is a WhatsApp chat. So 20 of these past interactions would be sent to the model as context. So as you can see, this is the memory key for this particular number. If someone else messages the bot, then this ID is again going to change, and that would create a new chat for them. I hope that makes sense. And now lastly, we have to set up the tools. So if we go back to the system prompt, you'll be able to see that we are primarily using 3 different tools. 2 of them are for appointment booking. First is check availability, second is book appointment, and the third tool is for creating a ticket. Now obviously you can add more tools to it or even change these ones, but for now let's just go with them. So the first one is from Google Calendars. So I'm just going to search for Google Calendar. If you're seeing the app you want to use here, great. If not, you can use HTTP request to connect it. Just connect your Google Calendar account, select the calendar you want to go with. And before that, instead of create, just select get many, because this tool is called check availability. So like that. Just turn on return all. Now here we have to specify like between which time span you want to check the events. So the logic is simple. We are going to give it a duration window, and we are going to ask it to check all the events that were booked in that particular window. If the slot that the user requested has been already booked, then give them alternative slots. If it hasn't been booked, then you can let them know that I can proceed with the booking. So here it's asking you exactly how wide that duration window is. So how I like to keep it is that if the user is requesting for 5 p.m., you should check for slots before 8 hours and after 8 hours. So a duration window of total 16 hours, you're checking how many events were booked and which slots are free, and then accordingly, you can let the customer know. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this magic like icon so that the AI agent can automatically define this window. But obviously, we're going to give it a description that you have to take it 8 hours before and 8 hours after the requested time. So here I've mentioned simply that check for the events scheduled 8 hours before the requested time, pass the date and time in ISO format for IST time zone. So make sure it is in ISO, okay? And then you can change this to your own time zone. And then for before as well, it's the same thing, but instead of before, it becomes after. So that is pretty much it for this tool. Then comes the second Google Calendar tool, which is going to basically book it in if it's available. Now the logic of when this tool would be called, when this tool wouldn't be called has been already mentioned in the prompt. You don't have to worry about it. And indeed, this time the operation is going to be create. So now here we have to basically tell it that for how long that appointment is going to last and what is the exact time and date for the appointment. So again, we're going to just put it on the AI agent. We're going to let it automatically define these, but we're going to add a description for it. The description is simple, should be in ISO format for IST time zone. Same thing here. It will automatically understand that, okay, this is for the appointment, the start time of the appointment and the end time of the appointment. So just creating the event with the date and time does not fulfill our use case. We also want to add a description that tells us the patient's name, the phone number, the appointment type, etc. So again, this is also filled in by AI, but we're going to give it a description. So I've simply said that add the details such as the type of appointment, the date, the time, the customer's WhatsApp number, and the customer's name. So in that Google Calendar event, it will be clearly mentioned in a very readable format. And the other thing is going to be the title of the event. If you don't set it, then it would just give you a blank title. So just look for summary here and define it using AI. And the description is the title of the event. So let's publish this. Now, before we go ahead and set up the third tool, I would just like to check if all of this is working fine or not, both of these tools and these connections. So here we have received the message, but then we have to also send the message back. So we're again going to search for WhatsApp, and this time we're going to select send message. Then create new credential and let us get these details. So head back to the API setup. For your test number, copy the business account ID, paste it back here, and then for the access token, just generate it one more time. Copy it and paste it here and save. Successful. Now going back to the node, we have to first select the sender's phone number, which is obviously our test number, then the recipient's phone number, so basically the customer's phone number. So just select the from number from here. And before this number, just add a plus sign. Okay, so that is basically missing right now. And then for the text body, we will have to map the AI agent's output. So let's just execute the AI agent once. Okay, we got an output. So let's drag and drop it here. All right. So this is all set. Just refresh the page once and then click on publish. So now let's quickly test it and see if all of this is working. If yes, then we will also add the third tool and do some final tests. Alright, so let me say hi. Now make sure you're messaging the test number and you're messaging it from the number that you had entered in the app. So you had done the verification with the OTP. Make sure you're messaging from that number only because we're testing right now. Okay, we got a reply. Let's say, can you help me book an appointment? Alright, so let's go with consultation this time. Alright, now for the slot, let me just say tomorrow instead of a particular date. For the time, let me say morning, 9 a.m. Yashica Jen. So now it's confirming the details and it's also confirming the number. So let me say yes. Okay, so it's asking me to type confirm. Alright, appointment booked. So that's nice. Now, instead of going into the calendar and checking if this slot was booked or not, let's just restart the chat. So I'm just going to type restart. In the prompt, I have mentioned that if I type the word restart, you have to start from the beginning. And we're going to again try booking the same slot and we'll see if it tells us that it has been already booked or not. So let's say, hi, I need help with booking an appointment. Let's go with cleaning. Okay, now instead of tomorrow, let's say 4th of Feb. And for the time, let's take the same slot, 9 a.m. Okay, so now it is telling me that 9 a.m. on February 4th is not available, which is correct because we just now booked that slot. So now it's giving me alternative options. So let's say I don't want to choose from these. Let's ask it if 2 p.m. works. So let's give it my name. Yes, confirmed. All right, so that is done. So all of this is working fine, but I just now noticed that I didn't rename this tool, but it still worked. So let me call it book appointment. This name should be the same as what you have in the prompt. Okay, now let's add the last tool, which is for creating a ticket or basically reaching out to the support team. So let's add a Google Sheets tool Now it's up to you how you want to structure this. It could be an email, it could be like a Zendesk ticket, something else, up to you. Now just create a simple Google Sheets with like whichever columns you want. Then make sure to choose it, choose the sheet name. Instead of get rows, select append row. Then it's gonna fetch all the columns that are there in your sheet, and all you have to do is make AI to fill them out. Now, if you want something to be in a certain way, for example, date in this format, then you can explicitly mention it in the description. Or let's say IST time, phone number without the country code, and the channel is WhatsApp, agent. For the request, you could also mention that why they want to reach out to the support team, and a quick summary of the conversation so far. Alright, now let's publish it one more time. In the prompt, we have already mentioned like the details of when and how you have to call that tool. If you want, you can change that. So it was called create ticket. Alright, and let's do a fresh test one more time for this tool itself, and we will also try asking it a few generic questions. Okay, so let me quickly say restart. Okay, I need to speak to your manager about something urgent. Okay, it's asking for the name, it's confirming the number. Alright, so it's saying that I have shared this with our team, someone will reach out to you shortly. As simple as that. So the N8N automation is working all fine. If you want, you can rename the workflow, and you can also publish. So coming back here, so we have been using the test number so far, but obviously your customers are not going to message the test number, and this is only valid for like 90 days. So obviously you need to add a new number. Now this new number could be a freshly purchased number, it could even be an existing number, but the only thing is that you shouldn't have been using it as a WhatsApp account, or if you have been, you'll have to get rid of it, because if you connect it here, then your WhatsApp, the existing WhatsApp, would no longer be functional. So it's up to you if you want to get a new number or use the existing one and lose your existing WhatsApp details. Now I have a screen recording of when I added my own phone number to this one, which I'm going to show you just in a moment. So you can follow along if you want to add your own number here. Okay, so now here's how you can connect a new phone number. So under From, just click on Add Phone Number. It's going to ask for your business details. So you can add the display name. Then you can choose the category. Make sure all of this information is correct. Next up, you need to add the phone number that you would like to use. Just make sure the country code is correct and add the phone number here. Then when you click on Next, it's going to send you an OTP for verification. Add that, and as soon as you do that, the phone number would be connected and it would be shown right here. As I said, make sure this phone number does not have a pre-existing WhatsApp account. If it does, then you will have to get rid of it for this one to work. Now we will have to do the connection one more time to N8N since the phone number has changed. So just copy the business account ID again. And right here, you don't have to change the trigger. You just have to come to send message and then add a new credential. Add the business account ID here. You'll have to generate the access token one more time. Copy that and add it again here. If you want, you can rename this as the new number, or you can also mention the phone number here. And then under the drop down, you will see your newly connected phone number. Now, in case you're not seeing your phone number here, then that means that the phone number hasn't been approved. In my case, I had to wait for about 2.5 days to get my phone number approved. So that really depends. But if it's not showing, then it's probably worth waiting instead of spending your time trying to fix this thing. Because Meta is going to basically verify your display name before you are able to use this number. Rest of this remains the same. You can save this, you can publish this. So this is the new number I just now connected. As you can see, the display name is also there. And here's the phone number. Now let me go ahead and message it. And we got a reply. Let's just confirm everything is working. Alright, it is. Great. Alright, so after the build out is complete, all you have to do is switch the number so that the AI agent is now working on your WhatsApp number, whichever one you prefer. Now, a couple more things. Firstly, you'll have to connect your payment method because these messages are not going to be free forever. You will eventually have to pay per message. You can have a look at their pricing. It varies by region and the utility, so you can have a look at that. And once everything is complete, all you have to do is publish the app. Now, in order to publish it, you will have to add the privacy policy URL. So go to the app settings. And here, just add the URL of your privacy policy. In this case, I just have a Google document which has the privacy policy written clearly, and I made it accessible on the internet, which is shared, which means anyone with the link can have a look at this. And I just gave the URL here. And then just save the change. Your app would be published. It would be in production mode. One more thing which is key here is business verification. Now, this can take about, 3 to 5 days. So just start the verification. This is needed long term. So you might have to upload a few documents, etc. But if you're planning to keep this WhatsApp agent live and you want your customers to be able to use it without any issues, then this is a must do. Alright, so for now you can just save the changes and then go ahead and do the verification. And then come back to publish and click on publish. And that is it. It is published. The WhatsApp AI agent is now live on your phone number. Alright, so I hope the steps were clear. After you add your own phone number, the limit of 5 people, that you can only send messages to 5 people, would be lifted and you will be able to send messages to anyone. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope you were able to learn something new and build something new. If that was the case, don't forget to like the video and make sure to leave a valuable comment. If you want to see similar videos in the future, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and do turn on the bell notification. You'll find the resources in the description. So that's going to be a link from where you can access the prompts that I have used throughout the video. If you're interested in working with us, you can check out the link to our website in the description. If you want to get on a one-on-one call with me, then you'll find the link to my consultation calendar in the description. It could be a step-by-step walkthrough, it could be a technical help, or it could also be for planning your custom AI project. Apart from that, don't forget to follow me on LinkedIn and connect with me on LinkedIn if you want to see some more exclusive content. Again, link in the description. You'll find the link to Hostinger's VPS along with the coupon codes in the description. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I will meet you in the next one. Till then, bye!